Hello folks, Legionnaire Archery here again. Today's topic is if I had to choose a bow to take back with me 300 years ago, if I were living 300 years ago, or which bow design or which bow would I use? Well, I know what I wouldn't use. What I wouldn't use would be a longbow. That's just personally, I don't really like longbows. I think they're great. For example, when they were used during the 100-year war, 100 years war back in like England, they're good because you have a set of soldiers just carrying the same thing. You're fighting in an open field, and that's for that purpose. You know, it's great, and you're shooting long distances. But if I were living about 300 years ago, I'd want to use something more compact. I like things that are a little more compact, like for example horn bows. I wouldn't choose a horn bow, but but I think their compactness makes them superior, just because they are so compact. They can achieve very high draw weights at very high draw lengths. But you know, that would be one of my choices. But if I could not use anything more than wood and sinew, no horn, if I could use all of it, if I could have a bow with everything, I might choose the composite bow. But then again, the composite bow has a drawback that you can't really use it when it's very humid or very moist. If it's dry, it's you know, it's wonderful because you can take it out and there won't be any adverse effects. But as soon as you start taking a composite bow out and it's getting wet, then the sinew here is going to start to have an effect on the sinew. You know, it might weaken the bow. You won't be able to shoot it, and so you know, there's so many issues with it. I got here two composite bows. One of them I'm making, and then the other one is the one that I made that many of you have seen already. So you know, I probably would try to get something that was compact, but I would try to avoid the sinew just because the humidity factor, the weather factor. I would probably be more inclined to choose something that was not as long, maybe 60 inches long. I have a piece that I'm making here. I think it's one of these lever bows. I think that's what I would choose. This one has a slight recurve, and hopefully I'll be finishing this one up soon here. But I would probably use something like this just because it has some advantages when it comes to accuracy. It's almost like as if I was shooting a recurve, just because of the levers here. I know that I could get a powerful bow out of this. Something I would probably be shooting something around 60 to 70 pounds. I would be more inclined to, you know, choose 70 pounds just because I like higher weight bows. And I would also choose this design because of course it does not, in this particular bow, doesn't have sinew. I can draw it to 27 inches, which is my draw length, and it won't break. And you know, it can stand some humidity. The wood of choice, this one I believe is hackberry or chokecherry, something like that. I don't know how good that is in terms of weather and sucking up moisture. I would try to avoid the hickory. So for like a medium, a wood that doesn't take in too much moisture, but also that doesn't dry out too fast. So yeah, one of these lever bows. I'm gonna narrow the handle here, very narrow, just to increase the accuracy as well, so that my arrows don't have to be, you know, spined as perfectly. So handle's gonna, you know, get narrowed down to like around half an inch, hopefully. So yeah, this would be the design that I would choose if I were living 300 years ago. And yeah, that's it. I'd like to see I would like to hear from you what you would choose if you were in this situation, or if you were put back in time 300 years ago, 400 years ago, what bow would you choose and why? You can comment below. I don't know, it's pretty interesting to think about these things, even though it's never gonna happen. It's pretty cool. Anyway, don't forget to visit the website www.legionnairearchery.com, www.legionnairearchery.com. If you have questions, comment below or message me. You can also send me a message through my website, and you can join me on